Live from Michiana, this is ABC 57 News at 5:30.
We also hear so many stories, so many great stories like Max that, you prevail, so you can never give up.
A message tonight from a Michiana family who nearly lost their son as an infant. Thank you for joining us at 5:30. I'm Brian Dorman. Only on ABC 57 News, a Michiana teenager is living out his childhood dream. It's a dream that was unimaginable since his childhood was spent hooked up to tubes and a ventilator. In a special report, my co-anchor Colleen Borman introduces you to a young man who is defying all odds and living life to the max.
You imagine being told your first child may not survive after the first few months of life. And if he does survive, he won't be able to walk or talk. It's a chilling reality for a Bishop family in Walkerton. But not only did Max survive, he thrived.
How you doing, man?
All right, how are you?
Good. Glad you could make it.
Thanks.
On this muggy Saturday, friends and family gather to celebrate this 2017 John Glenn High School graduate.
Hi.
Hi.
You good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at this party, there's a lot more to celebrate than only a high school diploma.
Each milestone is huge in his life and continues to be. And wow.
These two pictures are set out to symbolize where he's going, but also a reminder of where he's been.
He was born, and probably just a few hours afterward, we realized that something wasn't quite right. So he ended up having surgery at 24 hours old and coming home 2 weeks later until about 3 months, and then he got a respiratory virus.
Max contracted RSV, a viral infection that affected his respiratory tract. His doctor at the time, Dr. Bumi Okunlami, vividly remembers the day she met little Max.
He was extremely sick. Was critically ill, required mechanical ventilation. He was needing help to breathe and had a lot of complications from that.
So sick, he was transferred to Riley Children's Hospital in Indianapolis.
As his lungs grew sicker, they grew harder, and the harder they would get, he would pop holes in them. And then the air would accumulate on the outside of the heart and compress his heart and make it stop.
A heart that stopped several times over those 6 terrifying months.
When your child's heart stops and everybody's around them and you're standing there completely helpless, it's one of those moments that you just don't quite forget. Real scary, real unsure. And since that happened a few times, it really became, is he gonna make it or not?
At one point, he had so many times that his heart stopped that we were not sure what his brain function would be like after all that was over.
I remember the last time he had coded, and I thought, okay, this is my answer. This is it. So when he pulled through, I was just thumbs up all the way.
He continued to make progress, and he continued to defy the odds. And Max really has done a lot more neurologically, physically, than anybody would ever have predicted based on how ill he was.
We were told that he would never walk and never talk, but he has a very tenacious mother, and so I said no.
A mother who quit her job to make sure Max got in 9 therapies a week for the next 2 years.
It's important for families not to lose hope. It's important for them to have a realistic amount of hope, but not to give up. And I can assure you that Teal did not give up.
This has really been a team effort, right? For 18 years.
You can tell me this 4 or 5 times over again, and I'm not going to remember anything that you said because I was little when it happened.
He may not remember the past, but Max is working hard to secure his future. First, getting his license, then graduating high school.
We had challenges along the way. Learning is not easy for Max. It's difficult, but he does so well. He's very tolerant. He goes for it.
And Max has continued to prove everyone wrong. This summer, Max hit perhaps his biggest milestone yet. He's completed nearly all of his certifications to become a volunteer firefighter.
Now you gotta buckle it with your gloves on.
And image no one could imagine during their darkest days in the hospital.
Max has taught me so much about don't ever stop trying. don't ever stop trying. So I always say, even in my doubt, he proved me wrong.
And if you happen to catch Max at his graduation party,
Going to school for paramedic science.
he would tell you he has no plans of slowing down.
Keep working hard. I like to say nothing is impossible, but you will come to a few bumps in the road, and you just gotta fight through them. Good.
Buddy.
How you doing, man? Glad you could make it out.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations indeed. Now this fall, Max hopes to attend Ivy Tech and study fire science. I am told he is just one test away from officially becoming a volunteer firefighter. Now he is finishing up his training right now in Walkerton, and then he will start applying for his first job. Just an incredible kid.
Yeah, and a couple stories really in one, learning to live your life to the max.
Absolutely,
And
it's a great lesson.
Team effort with mom and son for 18 years.
Yeah, and it's incredible too, because you'll notice the doctor, you'll see photos of her. She was his original doctor when he was originally brought into the hospital. I have an amazing story about that coming up tonight on ABC 57 News at 6. Find out how Max's mom and that doctor teamed up to really help other families going through similar situations.
Love it.